So I had this dream I wanted to share with you, and then a word from the Lord, which I got in one of my night psalms just about an hour before this dream. So in the dream, I'm in my house, and I'm looking at my iPad, and I look out the window, and I see this silvery metal portal-like thing in the sky. It was not round like this. It was not blurry like this, but I can't find anything else. So it was more of a rectangular shape. I actually thought it might be in the shape of a Hebrew letter, and I looked those up, but none of those letters are enclosed. This thing was enclosed. So in my mind in the dream, I was thinking it was a portal, and I was very excited about it, and I wanted to videotape it. So I was looking for my phone. I was running around the room. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? And I kept glancing, and this thing in the sky kept moving. It was slowly moving. So I ran outside because I did have my iPad, and my husband has a little workshop, and the door was open, and this man came out of it wearing like a lab coat, a white lab coat, like he was an engineer or a scientist of some sort, and my husband was behind him. And I said to them, look up in the sky, and I could see this object, and it changed, and it changed into, I'll show you here. It looked like this. The object turned into planets. You could literally see at least 2 to 3, I should say, spheres in the sky, what looked to be like planets to me. And you could only see them at that point from one area. So I ran to the area, and I told the scientist guy, look, you can see it from here. And so he looked up, and he did see these planets. And then the planets changed into something else. They turned into, and you're going to laugh, yeah, I could see the face of, I should say I couldn't see it exactly, but it seemed like the outline was sort of like a Ferengi. These are from Star Trek, some of the aliens from Star Trek. And there was one in front and a couple behind him, and this is pretty much what I could feel was looking at me, this right here, this Ferengi guy. And so the scientist man was really overwhelmed, and he sat down and was just kind of looking, and then everything in the sky had disappeared by then, and he was kind of in shock. And I explained, you know, God is using the destroyer that's coming to shake the world, to wake them up. You're to look to God for your help. You know, and I talked to him a little bit about this, and the dream was over. I found it ironic that I didn't talk to my husband, but I know he had seen it, and honestly, he's heard enough from me here in real life that I would expect him to know exactly what he's looking at by the time. I'm gonna take it off this picture. It's a little creepy. Okay. So what I interpreted from this dream was, I mean, the Lord had already given me a night psalm about an hour before. So, you know, we are watching. The watchers are watching. I'm not looking for the rapture. I don't look at dates. And honestly, from what I recall, I never have ever read a dream or a vision where the person said, so I was celebrating the Feast of Trumpets, and we were all sitting around having this great feast, and then we saw the moon, and then the horn was blown, and then I was transformed. You know, I've never read a dream where the purpose was a date, a feast specifically. It's never been that. It's always been there. Pardon me. There will be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. Jesus told us right here. You know, he says the earth and the nations will be in turmoil, perplexed by roaring seas and strange tides. These are the dreams and visions we've had about signs, not about a feast day. Quit setting dates, you know, it doesn't do any good. God has told us what to look for. Signs, and especially Israel. You know, some watchers are so dedicated to finding a date for the rapture because they want the Lord to come back. They want to find it. But there's a harvest period first, and when you're looking at the rapture, you're leaving out everybody that could have gone in the rapture. you want that harvest period first, because God is merciful and gracious, and He is allowing a time of turmoil, so everyone will look up to Him, and that's when we'll go out. We'll go out to help them in the harvest. Then comes the rapture. There's no dates that we need to be looking at. We need to look at signs, especially Israel. Okay, so back to this dream. That's what I saw. I saw this alien coming. So this alien is going to, we've learned this before. They're going to arrive on these planets. Only they're not really aliens, are they? They're really the fallen angels. They might say they're aliens, but honestly what they're going to say is that they are relatives. They've planted their DNA on this earth. They're going to change planetary history. That's another night psalm I had just a few days ago. And they're going to tell you the, quote, truth, that they put us here and not some God that we all look at, and that we are to be family with them. And some of those aliens are going to be beautiful. You know, the Nordics, if you've ever studied them or heard about them, they're going to be glowing. They're going to be the most perfect person you've ever seen. And they're going to look like the bride of Christ, actually. There's going to be a part of that even is a deception. The deception is so layered, it's not even funny. So the other beings might look like Ferengi. They might look really bad. There's going to be gray aliens. There's going to be reptilians. They're all over the place. So that's what this planet is bringing. And also we know that they're in the hollow earth. We know that they already walk among us. We will see all of this. But the thing is that there will be these signs first. So we know this is coming. Finally, I wanted to read the night psalm that I got just before this dream. It says, "The faint of heart need go no further, for the destroyer is ahead." No, I better start over. I haven't even typed it up yet. "The faint of heart need go no further, for the destroyer lies ahead. I am true to my word, and men's hearts will fail them. But where are you? Under my wings, snuggling in soft, furry warmth of comfort. With this you will comfort others. Sing now and rejoice, your Redeemer has come." So, we know this is all coming, and there's, when you have your dreams and your visions, pay attention to them, post them. They're about signs and wonders and moons and stars and perplexity. They're not about a date. So, one last thing I wanted to add was about the dates, is that some people have said we're a month off. Some people have said we're a week off. Some people have said we're a day off. We got the wrong calendar. I personally am not really paying as much attention to people that are pointing to these types of things, because again, what has God said to do in His Word? Look at the signs in the skies and the earth. So that's another reason that I'm looking. I'm not saying they're false. I'm just saying that their purpose is kind of pointing in the wrong direction as far as I'm concerned. So there you have it.